In a football spectacle, Manchester City, led by Spanish coach Pep Guardiola, thrashed Real Madrid 4-0 at the Etihad Stadium, securing their place in the UEFA Champions League final. In the first leg, the teams had drawn 1-1. Hello, welcome. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like and comment on Manchester City's brilliant performance. In the match played on Wednesday, 17, in Manchester, Manchester City showcased their superiority from the start. Bernardo Silva was the standout performer, scoring 2 goals in the first half, while Militão, own goal, and Julián Álvarez also made their mark. With an aggregate score of 5-1, the citizens confirmed their spot in the final, which will take place on June 10 against Inter Milan. Bernardo Silva was named the man of the match for his brilliant performance. The final will be held in Istanbul, Turkey, and Manchester City is determined to make history. The clash against Real Madrid served as a test of maturity for the English team, who sought to prove their worth in the Champions League. The Manchester Blues left no doubts about their ability as they crushed the Spanish team. The scoreline could have been even more lopsided, such was the dominance of the citizens. From the opening whistle, they gave no space to the opponent and completely controlled the game. The individual highlight was Bernardo Silva, who shone both in the build-up play and in his finishing. With goals in the 23rd and 37th minutes of the first half, he paved the way for the team's convincing victory under Guardiola's guidance. Defender Ruben Dias was the only outfield player for Manchester City who did not attempt a shot on goal in the first half, highlighting the English side's absolute dominance. In the second half, Manchester City slowed down the pace a bit, but Real Madrid couldn't turn the tide. The Merengues had a few chances, but the match was already decided. The third goal came from an own goal by Eder Militão in the 76th minute, and the rout was sealed in stoppage time when substitute Julián Álvarez scored the fourth goal in the 91st minute. It was undoubtedly one of the best performances by a team coached by Guardiola, a remarkable achievement. Manchester City, with their impressive display, humiliated Real Madrid and secured their second-ever Champions League final. The citizens demonstrated a clear contrast to their more conservative performance in the first leg, while the Madrid team seemed lost on the field. The hosts' relentless pressure forced Real Madrid to rely on Thibaut Courtois' brilliant performance to avoid a thrashing. However, it only delayed the inevitable, as Bernardo Silva found the net in the 23rd minute after an assist from De Bruyne. The 2022-23 Champions League final will be contested between Manchester City and Inter Milan, promising an exciting duel. It will be a historic occasion for both teams. It will be the first encounter between Manchester City and Inter Milan, and it is also the first time two teams have faced each other in a Champions League final since the memorable clash between Liverpool and Milan in Istanbul in 2005. The match, scheduled for June 10 in Istanbul, will hold special significance for both clubs. Manchester City will seek to capture their first-ever Champions League title, solidifying their status as a European powerhouse. Under the guidance of Pep Guardiola, the citizens have proven to be a dominant force in English football, and now they aim to achieve continental glory. On the other hand, Inter Milan will also have high ambitions. With a talented squad at their disposal, the Italian club hopes to lift the Champions League trophy once again, reminiscent of their past triumphs. The team is determined to return to the top of European football, and the final against Manchester City presents the perfect opportunity to achieve that goal. Furthermore, this clash between Manchester City and Inter Milan promises to be a spectacle of high-quality football. Both teams possess skilled players, well-defined tactics, and a winning mentality. Fans can expect an exciting game filled with memorable moments and brilliant plays. The Champions League final is always a special event, where the continent's greatest teams compete for the most coveted title in European football. Manchester City and Inter Milan will have the honor of playing in this historic match, and expectations are high that they will treat us to a final worthy of their greatness. On June 10th, the eyes of the football world will be on Istanbul as Manchester City and Inter Milan battle for glory in the Champions League. It will be an unforgettable night for the players, fans, and the sport as a whole, as we witness the crowning of a team as the champions of Europe. May the best team win and provide us with a memorable spectacle. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell and leave your like to follow the next videos.